Most people are one decision away from changing their entire life, and they'll never make it. Here's a question that will haunt you for the rest of this video. What if everything you've ever wanted was already in your hands? Stay with me, because an old farmer is about to destroy every excuse you've ever made. In a small village surrounded by dry fields and quiet mountains, there lived a young farmer who was tired of his life. Every morning he woke up before sunrise, worked under the burning sun, and yet he barely had enough to survive. One evening, frustrated and exhausted, he walked to the house of the wisest old man in the village. People said the old man understood the secret of success. The young farmer looked at him and said, "Master, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want a better life. I want success. Tell me what I should do." The old man listened quietly. Then he reached into a small wooden box and pulled out a single seed. He placed it in the young farmer's hand and said, "Take this." The farmer stared at it, confused. "That's it?" he asked. The old man smiled but said nothing more. The young farmer walked home that night thinking, how could a tiny seed possibly change my life? But what happened next is exactly why most people never become successful. Days passed, then weeks, then months. The young farmer kept working in his fields, like always. Life didn't change, money didn't increase, nothing improved. And every time he looked at the small seed sitting on his table, he became more frustrated. Finally, one afternoon, filled with anger, he stormed back to the old man's house. He slammed the seed onto the table. "You lied to me," the farmer shouted. "You said this would help me have a better life, but nothing changed. This seed is useless." The old man calmly picked up the seed. He looked at the farmer and asked a simple question. "Did you plant it?" The young farmer hesitated. Then he replied, "No." The old man leaned back and smiled gently. "My son," he said, "you are angry that the seed did not grow, but you never placed it in the soil." He continued, "You expected fruit without planting. You expected change without action. You expected success without effort." Then the old man said something the farmer would never forget. Opportunities are seeds. They only grow after you plant them. He pointed to the fields around the village. "Look at the farmers who harvest crops every year. Do you think the earth rewards them because they complain or because they plant?" The young farmer stood there silently, because deep inside, he realized something painful. The old man was right. Most people believe success is handed out by chance, or that it's reserved for the naturally gifted, or that only those with the right connections can reach it. Imagine if every farmer refused to plant because the seed looked small. There would be no crops, no harvest, no food. Yet in life, people reject their opportunities every day because the beginning looks too small. The problem isn't that people don't receive opportunities. The problem is they never plant them. And that is exactly why 90% of people stay poor. So here's a question for you. Right now in your life, what seed are you holding? An idea, a dream, a skill you want to learn, a goal you keep delaying? Because someday, you will look back and realize the life you wanted was waiting on the other side of a seed you never planted. If this story made you think, subscribe to the channel, because sometimes one small idea can change the entire direction of your life.